If you're tired of seeing gardening hacks rack up millions of views while quietly destroying soil, wasting time, or flat out doing nothing, you're in the right place. Before we dig in, make sure you subscribe to Evergreen Garden and drop a comment telling me which hacks you've tried yourself, because this channel exists for gardeners who care about real results, not viral nonsense. I tested 5 of the most popular gardening hacks circulating online, using real soil, real plants, and real conditions, and I'll tell you exactly which 2 worked, why they worked, and how to use them properly, while the other 3 failed for reasons most videos never explain. The eggshell calcium hack sounds logical but fails in real soil conditions. The idea behind crushing eggshells into the soil to prevent blossom end rot sounds solid at first glance, but in practice it almost never works. I tested this by drying eggshells, crushing them finely, and mixing them into tomato planting holes at a rate of 1 shell per plant. Over an entire growing season, there was no measurable difference in plant health or fruit quality compared to the control plants. The reason is, well, simple chemistry. Eggshell calcium is actually calcium carbonate, which, breaks down extremely slowly in soil. Tomatoes suffering from blossom end rot are not lacking calcium in the soil. They're failing to transport calcium due to inconsistent watering. If you want to prevent blossom end rot, consistent moisture is honestly far more effective than adding insoluble calcium. In practical terms, maintaining even soil moisture through mulching and deep watering once or twice a week does more in 1 month than eggshells do in 3 years. The banana peel fertilizer hack feeds pests more than plants. Burying banana peels around plants is, I suppose, one of the most shared gardening hacks online, so I tested it carefully. I buried fresh banana peels 6 inches deep near pepper plants and compared them to peppers fed with a balanced compost application. Within about 2 weeks, the buried peels attracted ants and rodents, and honestly, the plants showed no visible nutrient improvement. Now, banana peels do contain potassium, but those nutrients are really locked inside organic matter that needs microbial breakdown before plants can benefit. That process, it takes time, and during that period, the peels mostly serve as food for pests rather than for the plants themselves. If you want potassium from banana peels, you really need to compost them fully first. In a hot compost pile, banana peels will break down in about 4 to 6 weeks. Once composted, applying 1 to 2 inches of finished compost around your plants provides potassium in a form that roots can actually absorb. The baking soda sweet tomato hack, well, it actually harms soil biology. Now, this hack claims that sprinkling baking soda around your tomato plants will reduce acidity and give you sweeter fruit. I went ahead and tested it myself, applying half a teaspoon per plant every 2 weeks, just as those viral videos suggest. The result? I saw stunted growth, yellowing leaves, and, honestly, much less flowering than usual. You see, baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and sodium is, unfortunately, extremely damaging to soil structure. What actually happens is it disperses soil particles, reduces water infiltration, and harms the beneficial microbes your plants rely on. The real factors behind tomato sweetness are primarily the variety you choose, the amount of sunlight your plants get, and allowing the fruit to ripen properly, not fiddling with soil pH using household chemicals. If you want sweeter tomatoes, well, you should choose high Brix varieties. Make sure they get at least 8 hours of direct sunlight and, avoid overwatering them during fruit ripening. No shortcut powder can replace that, honestly. The cardboard weed suppression hack actually works when used correctly, believe it or not. This is, in fact, the first hack that delivered real results. Laying cardboard as a weed barrier beneath mulch suppressed weeds by over 90% in my test beds. The key is correct application. I removed existing weeds, soaked the cardboard thoroughly, overlapped pieces by at least 4 inches and covered everything with 3 inches of wood chips. Within 2 weeks, weeds stopped emerging, soil moisture stabilized, and earthworm activity increased beneath the cardboard. So, the cardboard breaks down over, say, 6 to 12 months, feeding soil microbes and, really improving the structure of your soil. For raised beds or new garden plots, this method actually replaces herbicides entirely. Just 1 layer of cardboard plus organic mulch is enough, but if you skip the mulch, sunlight can penetrate the seams. That's why, a lot of people think this hack fails, when it actually works beautifully if you do it right. The diluted hydrogen peroxide soil oxygen hack, well, it improves root health in compacted soils. This second successful hack surprised me. I'd tested a diluted hydrogen peroxide solution to improve oxygen availability in compacted soil. The correct ratio is 1 tablespoon of 3% hydrogen peroxide per litre of water, applied as a soil drench once every 2 to 3 weeks. In compacted beds, root growth improved noticeably and plants recovered faster from waterlogging. Hydrogen peroxide breaks down into water and oxygen, temporarily increasing oxygen availability around roots. This is not a replacement for proper soil structure, but it is useful for stressed plants or poorly drained areas. Overuse can harm beneficial microbes, so moderation matters. Use sparingly, it's a practical tool, not a miracle cure. Why do most viral gardening hacks fail serious gardeners? Well, most viral hacks fail because they ignore soil biology, plant physiology, and the long-term consequences. The truth is, gardening isn't about tricks, it's about systems. When a hack actually works, it's usually because it supports natural processes, rather than trying to bypass them. For example, cardboard works because it mimics conditions found on the forest floor, and hydrogen peroxide works because, well, oxygen really does matter to roots. The hacks that failed, well, they tried to force results without understanding the underlying science. If you value real results, tested methods, and gardening advice that actually improves your soil year after year, go ahead and subscribe to Evergreen Garden, share this video with another gardener who's tired of all the misinformation, and leave a comment telling me which hack you want tested next. This channel is all about growing smarter, not louder.